Venba is a story-driven game focusing on the life of an immigrant family who's facing a difficult time transitioning to their current residence in Toronto, Canada. Paired with this, Venba's gameplay is focused on cooking South Indian cuisine, and while at first these two don't necessarily correlate, the story, predominantly told from the titular mother's perspective, is an authentic, albeit short dive into the struggles of a young immigrant family as they attempt to balance and preserve their culture while also acclimating to their new life. Venba begins in 1988 and spans nearly 30 years while being divided into 7 chapters. As mentioned previously, the game is mostly told from Venba's perspective, detailing the tribulations her and her husband face as they try to make a new country their home to afford themselves as well as their child better opportunities. While the game is mostly dialogue between the family, there are actual gameplay moments here, which certainly isn't the norm for this style of game, but it's something that I greatly appreciate. Not because it simply has some more traditional gameplay elements, but because these aren't random one-off mechanics, and are instead essential to the story being told. You'll be using recipes passed down from Venba's mother that are entrusted to you in a tattered recipe book. With it, you'll make traditional meals that are at times difficult to decipher given the condition of the book, and you'll have to use your best judgment to figure out the proper steps in order to prepare the food correctly. Additionally, there are some responses that you're allowed to choose from, but they ultimately lead to the same outcome, which is a bit unfortunate as they don't really matter or provide any replay incentive. With that being said, the artwork really stands out in Venba, and the overall art direction is very pleasing. Something else that was very pleasing in Venba was the music. It always makes for the perfect mood in regards to the situation, and while there's no voice acting, given the short length and quality of the story in Venba, I found no issue in that regard. As mentioned previously, Venba primarily focuses on the balancing act that is immigration, a desire for parents to pass on their culture and traditions, and a child's desire to be accepted by their peers. Throughout the story, you'll see this play out in various ways and extends from art to language among other topics. This backbone of the story is present throughout the whole timeline and is a realistic, but sometimes hard to swallow depiction of the realities that immigrants face. I remember seeing Venba for the first time during some game showcase last year, and it immediately stuck out to me. Ever since then, it's been something that I've wanted to play, and for me it was definitely worth the wait. Despite its short length and minimal gameplay, Venba is an emotional tale that I really enjoyed. Not many games elicit an emotional response from me, but this was something that did, which for me means that I just experienced a meaningful piece of media. Thanks for checking out this review of Venba. It was a really touching game and I highly suggest checking it out, and would love to hear what you think about it as well if you've had the chance to play it. If Venba seems interesting to you, make sure to check out our review for The Artful Escape or Jazzpunk. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe and check back weekly for more content just like this.